a lot of men are dying in silence because of that choice of ladies. It's more popular out there when you say men are molesting women, men are abusing women, men are beating women, men. So it's women that get all the attention. But it will shock you what a lot of men are going through. The mental health of a lot of men out there are not normal because of the kind of women they chose to go after. Men, please come closer. Not every woman out there is for you. Let me be very blunt. Not every woman out there is for you. For the fact that woman fine, let me say you must like her or you must pursue her. In fact, the finer she is, the more you should run for your life, because some of these ladies, they spend a lot on themselves to look so good. So good. They tell you how much they spend on their skincare alone. They call it self-care, where they go to fix their hair, their eyelashes, their lip. What I don't know how they fix lips. I don't know. Pardon my ignorance. They paint their lips. They fix nails, toenails, fingernails, pedicure, manicure. By the time they are going through all those stuff just to look good for you, you that is earning, let's say give or take, let me place the man very high. Let's say you are earning 400,000 a month. 400,000 a month or 400, ordinary 400. As big as it may sound for a lot of people, I'm calling it ordinary because when you meet some women, you will understand that you're actually broke. You will understand that you are actually very, very broke. Now, I won't outrightly say it's women's fault because sometimes these women make it very difficult and impossible for you to get across to them. And most times they are doing these things to save you from yourself because you have refused to have sense. You have refused to just have sense. You were just carried away by bum or by boobs or by complexion. Maybe they get fair where or he tall, he get height, he get hips, oh, he get dimples. Oh my God, I die here. You go really die there. You go really, really die there. Do you understand? All these flashy things. You're carried away by all these things. And most time, maybe you've seen her with probably makeup all the time. In fact, let me deviate a little bit. Not everybody is fine without makeup. Some people are actually fine out without makeup. I saw someone recently. I saw her with makeup, and I kept to myself, but I was a little bit. I was so disturbed. I don't want to use a very harsh word like disgusted or something. I was very, very concerned. Like, no, am I the one seeing this? I was looking around. But meanwhile, before then, I had seen her like 8 or 10 times without makeup, and she's gorgeous. But the makeup just spoiled her beauty. Same way the other way around. You can see some people with makeup and they look like, oh God, I'm sure God made this one himself. Angels. But when they take it off, you have to run for your life. Then you now look as if you have come back to reality or you have come back to your senses. But that's just a deviation. Now, I'm talking about how much these ladies invest in themselves to look that good. From whatever source or sources that money comes from, for them to stay that good, that classy, for the kind of men they would love to attract. See, they're investing in themselves to attract a particular set of men, kind of men. They are not investing that much in themselves to attract any Tom, Dick, and Harry. And that is the part that these men who have found themselves in these calamities and heartbreaks and degrading mental health, they keep finding themselves over and over again because they are unable to tell that this one is not for me. Just find your class. When you find your class, with the money you have, you can upgrade that your class to a higher class. I've seen illiterate men who didn't go to school, who are just doing boy in one shop, and later they gained independence. They now have big shops and everything. They went ahead to marry world-class ladies who are clean. A lot of them married the wives when they didn't even have money. They invested, they struggled with the women. When they now had money, they now took the wife to that dream woman that they've always desired at the back of their mind and started polishing. When they finished polishing the woman, even you will say, now mama, you can be this one. You will be amazed like what the man has eventually used money to redesign the woman's life because he has decided to upgrade her to what he had always desired. A lot of men out there, you see a lady who turns you down and you think that she's playing hard to get. Most times it's not hard to get. They are trying to save you from your stupidity. They're trying to save you from yourself, and you will not tell yourself, that babe, don't worry, I must stay there. It will cost you your life. I go clear. Now for inside hell, you will repent, and it will be too late. A lady will tell you, I don't want to do this, or I only eat this, or I only eat that. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to make this, I want to make, and you are just there thinking that the more she's draining you, she's trying to test whether you love her or not. You need mental evaluation if you are that man. She's not trying to test you whether you love her or not. She's basically using you for survival. By the time she's done with you, when there's nothing left of you, she will move on to the person that can actually comfortably afford her. I bumped into Tunde Ednot's page where a guy was complaining of what he went through in the hand of a lady that was way above his class. Even though he never gave the lady any money personally, he was already in debt in just 3 months of the relationship, way beyond his budget. They never asked him to give him any money. But for him to meet up a standard, let me give an example of some of the stupid expenses that he made. For instance, the lady had her own money, didn't need his money. But the pressure and the ego of a man would make you want to go out of your way. The lady went to visit an orphanage home and bought a lot of things and was distributing to other children. He got there, he didn't want to feel left. I wanted to feel responsible. He wanted to feel like a big boy. And he knew he didn't have it because he had already been spending stupidly to impress the lady. He now had to put a call across to another of his friends. Right? Because he had already borrowed from some of his earlier friends. Put a call across to one of his other friends to borrow him another urgent 300k. Now, but now they borrow 102k. Urgent 2k too small. The guy did an urgent 300k loan. What did he spend the money on? Just to impress the girl. He bought some other things right there. Was giving the children, and the lady was not happy, like smiling. Oh, do you understand? And when he sat down to check himself, another stupid example, he said the lady said she wanted to take herself out for self-care. He didn't know what self-care meant. And he said, babe, let me tag along. I'll also like to come on. She was like, are you sure? He said, yes. By the time he went out with her on this self-care journey, it will require the entire day. They went to pedicure. They went for manicure. They went for nail, whatever, the skin care, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. All these many, many things. By the time he was done that day, he had spent, in fact, according to him, the lady was paying for all her stuff. The lady insisted that he shouldn't pay for her. He was paying for himself, but he ran into debt for paying for himself. Something he did not need. For him to be in her company, in her class, to impress her, to make her like him or love him, he was spending stupidly. He ran into debt for things that he spent on himself, not on her. So just imagine when you meet the one who would ask you to do all those things for her. You don't shoot yourself for leg. Shoot yourself for leg. You are very kind to yourself. You carry grenade like this. You take a bath like this. Come release them. Oh yeah. You scatter yourself. A lot of men who are walking out there, they are not in their right senses anymore. You see men who are walking and talking. You see a lot of accidents are caused by men who are thinking of the pressures that they are going through in the hands of one woman or another. Probably you are even married. You are going through the pressures from a side chick. The other day, oh Jesus. The other day, I heard a lady who was very bold to say her sugar daddy, I'll call it now. But she's a side chick to a guy, and that she warned the guy not to do something that she didn't like. She practically warned him, said the guy has been calling to beg, and the man is married. I'm very sure that man can never beg his wife in the house. But she was bold to say that he has been begging and crying, that right now he's not calling my friends to beg me. Man, God, oh no. What exactly is she doing for you that you cannot get your wife to do for you? Well, that's not the topic anyways. But you can imagine that man now, he has positioned himself to be at a disadvantage because his mental health cannot be the same. And who will be suffering right now? The wife, the innocent wife in the house, who will be the one harvesting the foolishness of her husband over his side chick. So a lot of men out there, see, at the end of the day, if you are stupid enough to fall victim to this scam that a lot of girls put out there to exploit men who have decided not to have sense, let me make you understand that at the end of the day, she would leave you. She would not even hesitate to leave you. She will so leave you that you will not understand the meaning of being dumped, because you will realize that dropping a bag of cement is lighter than the way you would drop. You will realize that mysteriously, because she will leave you. So my advice to you is find someone. Number one is not even finding someone. Number one, and most importantly, invest in yourself. Love yourself. Prioritize yourself. When you invest in yourself, you become great in future. You will attract the right type of women. And it's not when you become successful you start looking for a wife, because that point you will not see you attract the right kind of person. In your journey towards that destination that you have at the back of your mind, that you will not allow love, let me not use love, that you will not allow lust or misappropriated love distract you from. On that path, in that journey, you would attract the right kind of woman who will not come after you because of what she wants to gain or benefit. Not you be a papa. Make sure you meet a papa. If you find who go change her status, her well-being, and amplify her beauty, now you born them. Because at the end of the day, these men will come smile in front of the ladies, spend all this money, do everything they want to do. But when they go behind closed doors, they will not realize that they've spent everything they had. They will start crying. Because some of them are owing rents, some of them have bills to pay. They will not send money to their own mothers in the village. But they will save 400,000, 500,000 and give to the girl to pay rent. But when their mother is asking for 50,000 in the village, see, when things don't work for you, you don't know where your problem they come from. Some of the things when they work for you, now your foolishness, when God don't remove out for your life, finish, the devil don't gain access. Free course. Use your own hand to open foolish doors, see the devil enter. So some of these men are going through all these things just to impress a woman. She will leave you at the end of the day. So if you don't invest in yourself and on that journey, be vigilant to attract the right kind of woman who is following you. Some of you have converted your wives into friends. And those who are supposed to be your friends, you made them wives because you didn't have the sense and the spirit of discerning to be able to tell the difference. To know that person who is naturally, genuinely interested in you being happy, in you making progress, in you being comfortable without any form of pressure. Ladies there out there now will not like me. Say, so if I ask my man to send me money for my hair, or to send money for my nails, or to change my phone, or to give money to cook food, or what is wrong with that? Everything is wrong with it. Don't make it like it's the prerequisite for love, that it's only when he keeps doing those things that he loves you. You want him to go and borrow. What if you should know that his income cannot afford those things. You want him to go and borrow or to go and steal to provide those things for you. Then when they do crazy things or evil things to make this money, you'll be the first one to point accusing fingers. You drove them to that level. There is a woman for every man. Just find your class. And I absolutely agree. I wish most men would understand that principle. Find your class. Don't go and find a woman that is way higher than your level. It doesn't mean that your class will not give you joy. Your joy should be your priority. Your mental health should be your priority. Your progress should be your priority. Your self-investment should be your priority. Your self-love should be your priority. It doesn't mean that you should be selfish, that you shouldn't love the person who loves you. All right? As a matter of fact, it's the job of a man to actually love first. All right? Because women naturally can love. There's only few are just mean, or those who don't like men that don't have the ability to love men. But naturally, women are loving. They can naturally love you if they truly care about you. But if they don't like you, that is when they will keep exploiting and exploiting and exploiting and making you a source of survival. Because a woman who truly cares about you and loves you will not only think about the things she wants to benefit from you as the only form of communication and fun you guys have together. The only way she might even beat you and give you sex once in a long while is when you have done plenty things. She will not consider you. That is sex out of pity. Make her just compensate them small. And you still don't have sense. You are still hanging around. I mean, I get it, bust my brain. Oh, see the style which she give me. Oh God, oh mumu. In all that getting, get sense. In case you miss any part of what I talk, rewind this video for your own good. If you don't say you're a man out there, whether you are married or you are single, your mental health should be your priority. I'll see you in my next video.